Guys, kita hari ini mau jemput kiper, salah satu kiper favorit gua. Waktu kecil tuh gue cuman suka dua, Peter Schmeichel dan Gianluigi Buffon. Jadi sekarang kita akan jemput Peter Schmeichel with Mr. Legend, Peter Schmeichel.
Hi.
Hey, Rafathar.
Yeah.
He's scared.
Yeah.
Why is there?
Scared? Oh iya. Can we take photo together? Fotoin. Pak, ikut Pak.
Sana dulu kalian.
Nice.
Sekarang kita mau, now we go to Celebrities FC. Celebrities FC is community celebrity play football, my friend.
Yeah.
Sorry, my English not good. Aduh, I'm sorry. My son better ya. Your English better. You wanna ask something to Mr. Legend Peter Schmeichel? Why you shy? Ya.
Hi.
Wah, ini ada foto nih.
That's the other one.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
He wants to go to a football academy.
Yeah.
Any recommendation for him? When he's 15, maybe 12.
Now just about having fun.
Having fun.
Just fun. Enjoy the game. This is now you fall in love with the game. And then if you want to make it up, then the hard work comes in.
Tuh, dengar. Jadi kalau mau jadi apa namanya atlet, a lot of hard work, you know. It's not just play for fun, is it?
How old are you?
How old are
How
you?
old are you?
He'll be 8 in 15 August.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's soon.
Yeah, my idol, my legend.
Oh, by the way, Michael Owen says hello.
Oh yeah. Hi, Michael Owen.
Yeah, but he tells me you drive very, very fast.
Wow. Sorry, Owen.
Ini headphone.
No worries.
With Mr. Peter, we go to meet Celebrity FC. Rafathar, with Papa in behind.
Hey.
Oke, Mama mana Mama? Sayang ayo. Exclusive interview with Mr. Schmeichel. We go to the Celebrities FC.
Yeah.
Maybe only 15 minutes.
Okay.
My car,
No worries.
and then we talk.
Talk.
All
right.
Let's go, sayang.
Let's go.
Kamu depan sama Mr. Peter, aku di belakang.
Let's go.
Aku di belakang.
Ah.
Kamu di sini.
Let's go.
We're going to football field. I
Football
almost said
field.
court. It's not a court. It's a field.
Football field or to the football pitches?
Pitches.
Pitches.
Oh, you call it pitches in Denmark? Is it?
No, English.
Oh.
Football pitch.
Football pitch.
But you can say field.
Field.
Yeah.
Kenapa itu?
Pitch is the right word.
Pitches is the right word. Is it?
Yeah. Football pitch. Ah, see.
Is this
Seneng.
your third time here? Is it?
Third time, yeah. Third
Is it
time.
different now?
The other yeah, it's different because I had more time. The other times,
I
the first time I went, 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
I left Denmark on day one, flew to Bangkok to here, from the airport to an event. 2 hours before a game, did the meet and greet, press, whatever, watched the game with 6,000 people, left 5 minutes before the end of the game,
Really?
back in the car, back to the airport, to Bangkok and to Copenhagen. That was my first time.
And the second time?
Second time was 4 years ago. I was here for a couple of days.
Before COVID, is it?
Just before COVID, yeah.
2019.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Tapi Schmeichel waktu di Manchester United, dia satu-satunya yang dapat treble winner sayang dalam satu. Treble winner.
Yeah,
Jadi tahun berapa? You know?
Serius kan.
Oh, Rafathar tahu dia, he knows.
He
Yeah,
knows.
but he's shy.
1999.
99, is it? Is
1999.
that right?
Yes.
Yeah!
Never.
Rafathar tahu.
know?
How do you know?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
FIFA.
FIFA.
The
Oh,
game.
yeah, he played. No.
But he
Where
plays
do you know?
FIFA.
How do-
Huh?
From the
YouTube.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
YouTube.
always watch it.
Yeah.
Like football players, football clubs, is it?
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, my son also is a footballer.
Ya
And,
tahu dong, tahu kan? Anaknya siapa namanya?
He's now he's older now.
Siapa? Who?
Michael.
He will be
Casper?
37.
Michael.
Kasper
37?
Michael.
37. So and the way his style of play, the way he plays, is from YouTube. So he looked at all different goalkeepers, and he said, "I want to be like this, and a little bit of that, and a little bit," and then he created his own style.
How do you influence him to become a footballer, or
I
you found
didn't.
it-
No.
I didn't. No,
You didn't,
no, I didn't. No,
but you want like
No.
one of your son.
I didn't want him to be anything really other than for him to do something that he was happy with and make have a happy life. So it could be anything really, but it was his choice to be a footballer, and he was very late deciding as well. It wasn't like always when he was small and growing up, like any other boy, the dream was there. Then he went off it for a bit, and then when he was around 15 years, he started to think about it, and when he was 15 and a half, he said, okay, I want to try.
Oh, he studied at 15.
No, he played, but not really that serious. And then
Yeah.
at 15 and a half, he went into the
Is
academy.
it late?
Yeah, I think it is. Normally they'll come in a bit earlier or connect with the club in an academy a little bit earlier. But and then it just went from there.
Sayang, kamu tanyain dong.
Okay.
Michael kan dia dari
Question.
Denmark, main di Liga Denmark. Tapi Alex Ferguson, apa yang membuat Alex Ferguson tertarik ambil dia ke Manchester?
Can you guess what's the question?
Something about Alex Ferguson.
Ya, wah ya.
Apa?
Kan
Coba kasih tahu
yang ini nih, tanya ini nih. Nih.
Tanya.
Nih,
Rafael is
many,
going to ask you.
many Premier League players.
Premier League players started their career from the
Famous.
famous club academy as junior players. You came from Denmark, and I assumed you had different way to start your career
At
at
Premier League.
Premier League
As
you didn't join the academy.
So?
So how did you eventually manage to be selected in Premier League?
how?
How did Sir Alex Ferguson find you?
So first of all, I came to Manchester United before the Premier League.
I
The
see.
Premier League happened in my second year at Manchester. I had an agent who, because it was not normal to have an agent. So when I played in Denmark, a guy came and said, I'm an agent. I want to represent you. Do you want to work with me? And I didn't know what to say, so I said, yeah, if you can get me to Manchester United.
Oh, you want?
I wanted to get to Manchester United, yes. And he said, okay. And then we started to work, and 2 years later, I'm playing in Manchester United. So he started to do his work, started to make sure my name was mentioned in the club, and went to Manchester, spoke to Alex Ferguson, and at one point in this 2-year period, my club Brøndby was in training camp in Spain, and Alex Ferguson took his team to the same hotel for 3 days of warm weather. Something you
That's fake.
So he watched me train. He claims. He said he hid in the bushes. That's what he says. He hid behind a tree in the bushes to see me.
Really? He did.
But, yeah, so he wanted me to come very quickly in this period after 1 year already, and my club wouldn't let me go. So I
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
asking too much money. I think they wanted me to stay because they just got a new coach, and the coach didn't want any of his players leaving, and the coach, I think, put a lot of pressure on the club. and the club was at that time going up. So, and that was very, very sad, because obviously that was my dream, and I had to start the season knowing that my dream had gone. And then one day I get a phone call to come to this agent's house after training, and came to the house, and Alex Ferguson was in the house.
Really?
Yeah. So he said, I know what I want. You know, I want you, and I'm gonna come back for you in the summer, next summer, and I want you to train hard and, you know, work hard, play well, and you know, I'll see you in 1 year. And he came back from you.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good story.
It's a good story, and it's the truth as well.
Yeah.
You know, I could have lied, but I didn't.
So is that match your expectation when you?
Oh my God, beyond.
Beyond?
I mean, I came to the club, and actually the first time. So I've been one time before at Old Trafford, but just very quickly, and you know, we were playing with the under-21s, Denmark's under. We were playing England, but we played in Manchester City Stadium. And after one training, I asked the bus driver how far Old Trafford is, and he said, "I see other side." And I was like this with the coach, please, can we go around Old Trafford? And he agreed, and we went to Old Trafford, and I went to the reception, and I spoke to this wonderful woman. I said, "Listen, I'm such a big fan, and we're playing England. I play in the Denmark team, and you know, I just want to see it. I just want to see Old Trafford." And she arranged for somebody to come and knock up the gate, and we went in, the team, and we spent 20 minutes on, and I'm like, whoa, this is fantastic. Wow. And that woman, her name is Kath Booth, and she's still at the club. And every day of my 8 years of Manchester United, I went after training to sit next to her and do my mail.
Really?
Every day. So
wow.
Yeah. So that was fun. But that was the first time when I came and I had to do my contract. I had to do that with the owner of the club, the chairman, Martin Edwards. And I'm coming up to his office, and he shakes my hand, and I'm thinking, now we have to sit down and negotiate and sign contract. And he goes, "Come," and he took me to the museum, and we went through everything in the museum. So he was sure that I understood the history of the club, what my responsibilities as a player would be, and then of course you start to work at the club, and you are around people like George Best and Dennis Lowe and Bobby Charlton, all these guys that I grew up idolizing, and it was just, for me, it was dreamland. It was a fantastic thing. And then you know, I came into training the first day, and they're all walking in. They just won the Cup Winners' Cup. You know, Mark Hughes. I'm like, whoa, he's a team. And then the last person to come in is Brian Robson, and Brian Robson's place was next to me. So I sat next to my biggest idol for 4 years. Yeah. So no, for me it was just such a dream.
From a fan of Manchester United, become a
Wow.
legend of.
I was the biggest fan. I was a very big fan.
Until now?
Still, absolutely, yes. Still, it's Manchester United has always been, as far back as I can remember, a big part of my life.
You're a big fan.
Yeah.
Nice. How do you find you want to be an athlete, a football player?
Yeah. You know, my parents asked me the same.
Really?
Because when I was a kid, so I'm born in '63, so yeah, it was a really different world. No internet, no mobile phone.
No.
Hardly any TV.
Yeah.
Hardly any TV in my country. Absolutely
No
next.
TV?
Well, we had, but it
Yeah.
was like every day from 7 o'clock till half
Not
past
to
10.
play and not to watch like.
Hardly any football. Hardly any football. Only when the Danish League was not playing, from November till like March. On Saturday we saw one game from England. That's the only football we saw.
Oh, I see.
And in the time back in the 70s, it was Leeds, it was Liverpool, and it was Nottingham Forest that were winning the championships, not Manchester United. So I don't even know why it was Manchester United, but I think it was Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law, George Best, red, white, black. I mean, I think that was it.
The colors.
I think this is a very special. I mean, who wears black socks to white shorts and red shirt? I mean, who does that? And for me, it's the most beautiful kid in the world. You know, it's just fantastic. It looks so great. It has something about it, you know. So I don't know, but then I wanted to be one of them.
Oh, really?
And back then, by law in Denmark, we could only be amateurs. All sports was just amateur.
Oh, no professional.
So back then, even the position as footballer, the job didn't exist.
Yeah.
So I had to convince my parents, you know, I wanted to be this and I wanted, you know, and I was 15 when the law was changed.
Oh,
15
just
years.
in time.
Just in time, and it was good for me because then obviously they started to introduce a little bit of professionalism into football, and then I got an opportunity there. But also no goalkeepers were ever sold from Denmark. Everything was against me, and I think it really helped me a lot because I always had to convince people that this can be done, and to convince people, you work harder, you try harder, you know. And I kept trying.
Listen to him.
Yeah.
Work hard, okay?
Work hard, try hard,
Work hard, try hard.
try hard. So, and in the end, it all came good.
Mr. Legend Peter Schmeichel.
It's a good advice.
Yeah, let's go.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay, let's
All right.
Go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thanks a
Legend.
lot.
Thank you for the
Great
advice.
question.
Yeah,
Hey,
Thank
we love you so much.
your question was the best.
Thank you.
Whoa, so hot.
Kita tadi ngobrol tentang perjalanannya Peter Schmeichel. Dari pakar kasih pertanyaan juga bagus banget. Terutama sih gue seneng banget. Gue termasuk yang speechless bisa ketemu sama Peter Schmeichel because Mr. Legend.
Ada punya minum, dia mau minum susu.
Fans number one. Oke guys, musim baru di Premier League sebentar lagi akan mulai dan pastinya seru banget ada di video. Let's go, dari sekarang langsung harus langganan video. Langganan di paket video Diamond mulai dari 59.000. Kalian bisa nonton Premier League, bisa nonton juga Champions League, Liga Sepak Bola Indonesia nomor 1 dan ribuan tontonan lainnya. Atau kalau kalian pengen nontonnya Premier League aja, ada paket Premier League Mobile, bisa ditonton di handphone kamu. Harganya Rp25.000 aja. Sport lengkap ada di video. Check it out.
Good work.
So after here, you going back to
What's the tag? If I'm posting it, what's your tag?
oh the Instagram account?
Yeah.
Saya dia mau tanya.
Wah, Raffi Nagita
17.
17.
What's that?
ya.
What's that?
17 is my birthday and her birthday is same.
Ah,
Kiss kan?
yes. There you go.
Di post sama Michael.
Post. This is yours.
Yeah.
You know you can never use these again.
Yeah, I don't want to. This I want to. Dipajang apa sih kerja?
We want to put it on frame.
In my room.
Oh,
Raffi.
so. Just say, if anyone asks, just say that's in Chinese.
Guys.
Hi, Om.
Oh, mau. Wah,
You
Rafa.
jump on there.
Nah,
Nah, berdua. Oke.
satu, 1, 2. Yeay.
Here is the interviewer, right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Sip. Thank you so much. Oke, sekarang kita mau main bola bareng sama Celebrity FC. Let's go. Jadi kita main only kita di games aja games.
Iya.
Mr. Legend. Fun soccer ya.
Fun game. Terus nanti ada ini ya, penalty kick.
Penalty
Oh,
kick. Michael. Kick. I keeper.
You keep it.
I'll take one. Take one. If you go on goal, I'll take one. Right? Yeah?
Oke.
You're gonna wear gloves?
Oh,
Ya.
sayang, gue dikasih tanda tangan. Sayang.
Ada.
Oh, ada.
Punya-
Oke.
ini kita pinjemin nanti.
Okay.
Jadi
Crossbar. Samsir alam. Go. Ha! Pak. Oh, dia wasit dia nendang.
Thank you, Mr. Sumaiko!
Jangan lupa langganan video karena musim baru di Premier League mau segera mulai. Langganan yang pakai Diamond mulai dari Rp59.000. Kalian udah bisa nonton Premier League dan juga liga terbaik Indonesia. Dan kalau kalian pengen nonton Premier League aja, kalian bisa nonton di handphone kamu dengan paket Premier League mobile. Harganya mulai dari Rp25.000. Pokoknya sport lengkap ada di video. Ini artis-artis foto pada sama Denmark. Dia baik banget ya, dia baik banget. Dia legend tapi baik banget. Kita juga oke. Tadi menang penaltian gue sama dia. Seru banget tapi dia orangnya baik banget dan respect banget.